Okay. Guys, as I have already told you that, okay, the prerequisite for this session is you should have the basic understanding about the data warehouse and the ERD diagrams, so that by looking at the ERD diagrams, you can uh, implement the database, and then we will go into the analysis part. So in today's session, we would be discussing about the ERD diagram. Let me just share that ERD diagram with you all. I have already posted the link here. I have already posted the link here. Meanwhile, let me share the ERD diagram with you. So what this ERD diagram is telling us, let us first understand that. So this is a renting apartment and the bedrooms ERD diagram. And here we are trying to understand, okay, what is the login information that you, let's say there is a site, okay, there is a front end site from which where the user will log in and try to see. So let us take the example about the magic bricks. We can take the example of the magic bricks. Let us understand that this is a ERD diagram for the magic bricks. Okay, so see what magic bricks is doing. It is storing the information about the email ID and the password for the users. And if you see the relationship, it is one-to-one relationship with the members. What is a member? So the person who joined or the customer who joined, here are the members. So we have the member ID, first name, last name, gender, birthday, profile picture, and so on. So there is a one-to-one relationship between these two. On the other hand, if you see the member address and the member, it is one or more relationship. Okay, many to many relationship. Okay, many members can have the many address. So let's say Parmeet wants to log in and he wants to create his profile over Magic Bricks, and he could have the various address. That's Then we also have some kind of coupon information that, okay, uh, what are the coupons that you could apply and redeem those things. So that is a campaign details. That's where you could apply some coupons. Then you could see that, okay, what is your social media information? It is trying to save the social media information, zero or more. So see, the relationship is zero or more. Okay, then the person contact information is also saved. Then the person city information is also saved. You would see his experience, activities, and structure details are also saved. On the other hand, if you see the host id, okay, let's say if it is a hotel or oyo room, let's say for example some hotel, then what is the host id, what is the booking ids, invoice, all the payment related informations, what is the cancellation date, what are the equipment features inside that room, what is the accommodation address and the accommodation details. So this is a brief idea about uh, then I also have the rating information that a person or member is rating. What is its rating, and are there any pictures that are being saved or not? So you see guys that this is very huge ERD diagram. If we go and create step by step, in 2 hours we will be just creating and inserting the records. But our motto is to analyze this database. Okay, so that's where what I will do is I will show you few steps how to create this ERD diagram, and I will insert few of the records in any one of the table, and then I will just copy the rest of the items. Okay, now I'm just again stopping my screen, and we will again go to the SQL workbench. Those who need this ERD diagram, it is already there over my GitHub repository, so you can get it from there. So is my SQL workbench visible? If yes, then we can start. Can anyone confirm? Are you able to see? Okay. Now, what is the version? Version would be greater than 8.0. What version we are expecting? What version we are expecting? Greater than 8.0. This is a SQL workbench. Here you would write the scripts. Okay, these are the schemas where the schema information would be saved. Okay, and on the basis of the ERD diagram, we will create the new schema. We will create the schema. Okay, So first thing is that whenever we do a production code, whenever you would work in the industries, so it's not like that, okay, you would just directly write some queries. So there are some sequence that we follow. So first command is we would be dropping the database that we want to create. Drop database, drop database. Okay, so there are two types of command, DDL statements. So there are DDL statements and DML statements. So what commands or what statements falls under the DDL? Create, alter, drop. We would see all these things. And then here it would be select, insert, update and delete. Okay. A drop statement is used to delete the database completely. It will delete its schema also. Okay. Drop database if exists. I'm checking whether the database is existing in the system or not. If it exists, then only you delete. Then let us give the database name is Airbnb rental. This is the database name that I want to give. Okay. So first statement is job database if exists Airbnb rental. Okay. I'm just take single quotes. Now let me see what is the error it is trying to give. So is it taking a schema? Both are one and the same thing. Both are one and the same thing. Okay. So first you have to check and then you need to drop it. I'm just seeing why it is giving error here. It is an Airbnb rental. Okay. So see, now I'm just running this. So the moment I run this, okay, it is giving me warning that okay, can't drop because the database doesn't exist. Okay, so it will give a warning, but it will run successfully because the database is not present here. Okay, now second thing is, let me write this. These are the comments. Dropping the database, it exists. Then second thing would be we would be creating this database. Okay, so or schema. So how do you create this? We have create statement, create. You can write schema or database, both are one and the same thing. And let's say Airbnb underscore rental. Okay. If I run this, you would see that this statement ran successfully. Now it is not appearing in the schemas. Let us refresh it. So that's where you would see that this Airbnb rental schema is created. Airbnb rental schema is created. Okay. Now we want to use this. See, there are various schemas in the bench. I want to use this right now. If you see the bold mark is over the DMart, but I want to use this Airbnb rental. So that's where we would be using the schema. We'll say use schema. Whatever schema we want to use, we will let use Airbnb underscore rental. So see, now it became bold. So now all the operations, all the statements that we would be doing, all will screen is not visible in the is telling screen is not visible. How about others? Guys, is this screen visible? It's visible. People are telling it's visible. So in there, you need to check your connections. Okay. Black color is appearing, sir. Let me reshare it again. Let me reshare it again. Now could you please confirm? Okay. So now we are using this Airbnb rental, and that's where when I run this statement, so you would see that okay, the board is appearing here, and now all the operations we would be doing under this schema or database. Okay. Now you already have the ERD diagrams. Okay. You already have the ERD diagrams. Okay. Now whenever we do some case study in the real world, so we can set some session variables. We can set some session variables if you want, but we are not going in those kind because we are doing a data analysis. It's not a DBMS class, it's a data analysis class, how to perform a data analysis on the SQL. So let us create the table. Create table. We'll create the member table. Let us create the member table, and I can create the member ID. Okay. Get table name is the keyword, and here it is the member ID and followed by a data type. Okay, so I'm giving the integer data type and applying the constraint as not null, telling that boss, this member ID is mandatory and it should be given by the user. Okay, and now I don't want to track that member ID, so that's why I'm giving the auto increment. What is auto increment? Let me just explain you. So let's say my member underscore id should start from 1, and automatically it should increment. So for the next record, if I enter the first record, then it should be 1. If I'm entering the second record, it should be 2. If I'm entering the third record, it should be 3. So that's where when I will insert the record, I will not insert the values in the member id. I will show you this because we are applying this auto increment, and SQL will take care of this. SQL will take care of this. Okay. Then I have first name. Then it could be a varchar of, let's say, 20. And I want that again a constant that it should not be blank. Okay. Then I am taking a last name. It should be varchar of 20. And let's say I want this also to be a mandatory field. Then gender. Okay. Gender. Then we can have the gender as char of 1. Okay. And we have birthday, and we can have the date type over the birthday. Okay. Then we have profile picture. We have varchar of 100. I hope you have then we are applying the, so see here, if you see what is difference between varchar and char. Varchar as why member id not null, auto increment. So member id auto increment is that I don't want to manually enter the member id. I want that SQL should handle this incremental IDs. Okay, so when I'll insert the record, I'll show you that when I will insert the record into this member table, I will not give member ID, but automatically it will get inserted. Let me just create this table and then I'll show you. Okay. Then you would see that, okay, what is the difference between varchar and char? It is a dynamic memory allocation and it is the fixed memory allocation. Okay, it is a fixed length. It is of dynamic length. So let's say I have first name is Parmeet. Parmeet is of 7 bytes. So varchar of 20 will tell that, okay, I could accommodate maximum 20 bytes, but based on the length, I will vary and optimize the size. Then I would, here we are not applying any constant, so default it is null. Then I'm applying the primary key constant and I'm making my primary key as member ID. Member ID is my primary key. Okay. Now I'm applying one of the semantic constant, check constant over the birthday, and I am telling that, okay, the birthdays should be greater than. Abhijit is telling the screen not visible. Why? Is it only problem for Abhijit or is it problem for all? Why it is so? Screen is again halting. Okay. Guys, I guess someone has stopped that. So I have given all the rights to you, so please don't. Okay. Is it visible? Is it visible? Is it visible now? Can anyone please confirm?
Yes, sir.
Inder? Inder is telling no. Inder, can you please confirm? No? For others? Abhijit, Gaurav, Veena?
No, sir.
What is the problem with this? Guys, can you please all go on mute? Can you please all go on mute? Okay, let me know once it's visible. I've again shared the screen. Guys, can you please all go on mute? Now is it visible, guys? What is the problem here? I am sharing the screen. I am sharing the screen, but why it is not visible to you? Guys, can you rejoin this call? Let's rejoin this call and see why somebody shared his screen.
Okay.
Who has shared his screen? Guys, please don't touch all these things because it breaks the consistency of this session. I have given you all the admin rights also, so please to make this session more interactive, please go on mute. Guys, please go on mute. I can only see. I don't know whose wallpaper is that, Abhijit. I don't know whose wallpaper is appearing that. Guys, let me cut the call and again then let me also, because this will stop the recording, so that's why I do not want to drop. I see some wallpaper is here. Whose wallpaper is this? Okay. So guys, let me also drop. Okay. Let me also drop and again join. Now visible? Okay. Now it's okay. Great. Great.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now it's visible. Shall I proceed?
Okay. Yes. Sir.
Some are telling yes. Some are telling no. So
Okay.
okay. I don't know why this wallpaper is here. This is not my wallpaper. It is appearing for few of them. Pratik, it is appearing for you. Pratik, it is appearing visible. Okay. Visible. Only Pratik. Rejoin again. It will sort the issue. Okay. What is it visible for others also? Or only it is visible? We can remove that wallpaper by remove in together. Okay. Okay. So Pratik Sharma, can you help others? Apply full screen view. Okay. So guys, I would request you all to go on mute. Request you all to
Hello.
go on mute.
I think rejoin again is the option with which issue will be sorted.
Sorry.
Rejoin again is the option with which issue can be sorted, sir.
Okay. So guys,
I
can
was
you?
also not able to see in starting.
Okay. So can you please rejoin, guys? Can you please rejoin? And please confirm. Is Smriti saying you are able to see? Smriti. Okay. Now we see Pravesh is able to see. Okay. So
Yes,
guys,
ma'am.
please rejoin. Okay. So now here I'm okay. Now here I am trying to apply a constraint on this birthday. On this birthday, I'm trying to apply the constraint. I'm telling that boss, the birthday should be greater than 1st January 1910. That is known as a semantic constraint. It is a semantic constraint that I'm trying to apply. Okay. So see, I have created this first table. I have created this first table. Let me enter this, control enter. So that's where you would see that, okay, this table is created. And if we go and refresh this, you would see that, okay, the table is created and we have the member. Okay. If you see this member ID, it is saying that it is integer, auto increment, and it is a primary key. It is integer, auto increment, and primary key. Let us try to insert the record. Insert the record in this table. So how would I insert that? Okay, we will write insert into the table name member table name, insert into table name values, and see, I am not giving the member ID. I'll directly start with, let's say, Parmeet, then sing, then male, then let's say birthday is, then profile picture. So let's say right now I don't have that profile picture, that link I don't have. Let's say https to, let's say something I have given, and that's it. Okay, now I am inserting one record for you just to show you what will happen. Let's insert. Okay, what is it? Is telling air Airbnb rental member doesn't exist. Okay, the spelling is wrong. It is MEMBER. Okay, what is the error? column count doesn't match. Okay, so it is telling it is more than 100. So let us now give only permit. Let us give that image like permit.9767.png. Okay, column count doesn't match value at count row 1. Okay, I need to give first name, then I need to give last name, comma, because I'm not entering into the member ID, so I need to give the columns that you need to map these values into what columns, profile underscore picture. Okay, I have given the column names and I have given the values, but I'm not giving the member ID. I'm not giving the member ID. So see, a column value is inserted. Now let us check. So to check the table, we have this statement that it is a data manipulation statement. Select star from table name. Select star from table name. Select star from table name. What is star? Star will select all the columns and this is a table name. So you would see that by default automatically started with 1. It started with 1. Okay. If I will insert next record, it will increment to 2. Let us insert one more record. So let us write here Trishan Singh. Okay, let us change the date of birth and let us change this image as trishan.png. Okay, so see, record is inserted. Let us go and check the table. So see here, it is auto increment. Got it? What is auto increment? I can also, now question arises. Let us first delete this table. Delete the table. Okay, delete the table. What this will do, it will empty the records. It will empty the table. Okay, it will empty the table. It will not delete the schema. So I'm writing delete table and the table name member. Delete table name, right? Delete the statement. Delete from member. Right now it won't be able to run. It is telling that you are using a SQL save update mode. So whenever you want to delete and update operation, that's where you want to turn on SQL save update mode. Then only you would be able to delete. So to do that in SQL, you would need to do set SQL save updates equals to 0. Okay, you need to run this command. See, we ran this command. Okay, then you would be able to delete. Now you are able to delete. The same command earlier you were not able to delete. Once you are done with the delete, make sure that you again set SQL save updates to 1. We are just turning off it. Oh, it is not taking. Set SQL save updates. Now let us check the member table. Check member table. See, now all the records are deleted from this. It is empty. Okay. Okay, the table is still there, but we have cleaned all the records. Now the question arises. Now you might say, okay, sir, I want to start. Now I want to starting the auto increment from 100. I don't want to start from 1. I want to start from 100. Can we do that? Yes. So you can add alter table to alter anything in the table. Member. Do we have to give save updates all the time? You can give in the starting and at the end. Okay, starting and the end. Okay, but It is for the safety purpose. It is for the safety purpose. Okay, guys. Okay. Now I am telling that okay, I want to set this auto increment. So alter table, the table name. What is the table? Did you guys join the session? Okay. Is there any problem? Okay. Now alter table member, and here I would say auto increment. I want to set that auto increment. So it's not set. We can directly do auto increment equals to 100. Okay. So see, this statement ran successfully. Now let me again go and insert the record. Insert the record in member table. Guys, before we go to the actual case study, I'm trying to give you some insights. Okay, how to do that. So let us insert both these records. I want to insert in one go only. Okay, I can insert multiple records. So how to insert multiple records? See, this is the first record followed by comma, then this is the second record, and this is the terminator to end. Now I am entering two records. Let us do control enter. See, the records are entered. Let us go and check star from member. See, it started with 100. Okay, so this is the use of auto increment. Got it, Inder, Abhijit? Now let me clean this table. Let us clean this table. Okay, clear the records from the table, and we will create the another table. We will quickly go and create the another table. Delete from member. We will insert the records at the end. Again, I need to set SQL updates. Set SQL save updates equals to 0. Okay, delete. Set SQL save. Okay, updates spelling is wrong. So see, whenever you make something wrong, so you will get error. Okay. Then we'll do set SQL underscore save underscore updates equals to 1. Let us now quickly go and create the another table. Create the other table from the schema, from the ERD diagram. Now we'll create, we can create the login info. Let us create the login info. So I'll write create table login underscore info. So guys, I'll go pretty fast. Then I'll do email varchar of 50, and then it is a not null, comma, I'll do password varchar of 50, it is not null. Then I will do whatever what I had. Let me just go and see the login info. Okay, so now I am also taking the member ID and not null, and then I am applying a primary constraint on this, on member underscore ID. This is a primary, that is a entity constraint. Now I am applying one more constraint on the see, though it is a member ID is a primary key here. Okay, and I am applying one more constraint on this table. Okay, I am applying the constraint again. Fk foreign key. What I am doing, let me just do it, then I'll tell you. Foreign key, and I'm making foreign member ID as a foreign key also, and this is a referential constraint that I'm applying, references member table, it is referencing the member table. References member table. Okay, the things you are seeing in blue are the keywords. The things which you are seeing in the blue are the keyword except this member. Okay, member, and from the member table we want to have the member ID. Okay, then we should close this. Now what we are doing, we want to apply a constraint. See, already I am applying a primary key constraint on the member ID, so that's where I have just changed the name. This is just rename, change the name. Okay, making a constraint on the member login, making the constraint on the login. Okay, though this is not present, it is a foreign key that I am making, and I am telling that okay, this is a constraint and make a foreign key to prime member ID, and it is referencing the member table, and in member table the column name is member ID. Let us run this. So see, it is created. Okay, let us see the schema, then we'll understand. See, a member ID is here, it is a primary key also and a foreign key also. Member ID, I am making a primary key and foreign key to avoid the name confusion. That's why I have renamed this temporarily. Okay, so how to apply the constraint, what is the name and what type of constraint you are applying. I want to make a foreign key. Okay, out of these three columns, which column you want to make a foreign key? I want to make it member ID as a foreign key. Okay, so what is the from which table this primary key is coming? So that is a references keyword. It is coming from the member table. So that's where you would see in member, when we created, member has the member ID. Okay, and if you see the ERD diagram, you will get more understanding. Now we can also create the contact information. Let us create the contact information. Okay, so I can create the table contact underscore info. To save the time, what we will do, we'll create only half of the ERD diagram and we'll start with the analysis. Just I'm trying to show you the different data types, whatever it is. Okay, phone number. Now let's say phone, you can make it as integer, whatever you want, but I'm making it as varchar. Okay, ideally it should be a varchar and of 20, making it not null. Then I have member ID, making it integer, not null. Okay, then I'm making a primary key as a phone, because the phone number should be unique for each customer. I am applying a constraint. I'm applying the constraint. Spelling is right. Okay, the spelling is right. Constraint. Okay, let's say if you want to apply on the member ID only. Okay, you want to apply the constraint on the member ID, you can write the same name also, no issues in that. Foreign key member underscore ID, and it is references member of member underscore ID. Okay, and here I am missing comma. So see, we have created this. Let us create this. Okay, it is telling that okay, member ID doesn't exist. Okay, the spelling is wrong. Member ID spelling is wrong. So we have created this table. Let me do refresh. We have created the contact information. So you are seeing that contact information has bold and underscore. It is a primary key. Member ID is bold. It is a foreign key. Okay, do let me know if you have any question. Any questions, guys? Now let us create the city table. So in this we'll do create table city. Create
If there are, hello sir,
huh?
if there are two columns that I want to increment automatically, if we want to increment from 100 a one column, then we have to specify this column I want
Column
to.
You have to specify column name, that over
Okay.
which column you want to specify that. over
Okay,
which
sir.
column you want to specify that. Otherwise, it won't understand. So that's where we have.
In line number 73, this MEBR, this is also the other table name.
Oh, it should be member. Okay. Yes,
Then
this is the other table name. Okay, yes. This is the member is the table name, and this is the column inside the table name. Okay, this is the table name and this is the column.
after the constraint, sir.
After the constant, it could be anything. It could be any name. So see, right now we have written the wrong spelling. So the constant is wrong, but on which column we are applying this? We are applying on the member ID. Okay, it's
Af-
just for the internal reference. You can write it any name. So see, here I have written any name, and this is a column name for this table. Foreign key is the column name for this contact info table. On which column I want to apply? On this column. So that's where I have written the column name. So this foreign key is column name referring to this table, and this member ID is the column name referring to this table. Got it?
After the constraint, this member ID is the table name now, sir.
This no. This is just a name, any name that you want to give.
Column name or table name?
It is this is any name, any name. So see, here we don't have. If you read here, if we go up, so see, it is not a column name. fk underscore member login is not a column name, neither it is a table name. It is any name, whatever you want to give. Okay, but the
Okay.
best way is you could give the same column name. For our understanding, you could give the same column name. Right now I want to give the same column name, but the spelling is wrong. Okay, so now
Okay, sir.
we'll
Thank
go. Okay, now we'll go to that zip underscore code and creating the varchar of, let's say 10 not null. Okay, and let's say city. I have city name, and let's say again it is varchar of, let's say give 15, and it could take, let us give country. I want to see whether I have enum or not. Okay, telling one more data type enum. Okay, now in this I will specify that what are the valid values. With enum I would specify what are the valid values. Okay, let us specify Afghanistan AFGHANISTN. Okay, see, purposefully I am taking different kind of things. Let us give some other name, Albania. We could give all the state names, all the country names that we want. Okay, so to save the time, what I'll do, I already have those things, that okay, what all states I want to give. So this way you could give this, what all countries I want to give. So I'll just copy all those states here. Okay, so these are the valid, copy all those countries here, and these are the valid countries that I want to give. Okay, why it is an error? I want to see whether it is checking or not. And I want to make primary key. I want to make a primary key to zip code as a primary key, and that's it. We have created this. So see, we have created this table. Let us try and to see the schema. So see, it is telling this country name can take only these values. Okay, this country name can take only these values. Getting, guys? Yes, no, again, are we good? Okay. Let us create one more table and quickly create table member address. Okay, then I have address underscore id int not null. So guys, when I will insert the value, I will just copy that, but I want to give you a gist so that you should know when you appear for the interview that okay, what do you mean by enum? What do we mean by enum is that basically I am defining that these are the valid values. These are the valid values. Enum, it tells us that these are the valid values. Okay. Enum tells us that what are the values, what are the pre-decided values that we want to give. Okay, so these are the pre-decided values. This enum you can give over here also, where it could be in the gender. Let's say you want only 3 gender, you can add enum, female, male, and others. Okay. We are deciding while that creation of the table that okay, how many or what are the values that we want to accommodate. Okay. Now address ID is there. I have a street. So see, I have one more data type, that is a medium text. Okay. I have one more data type. Either you can write varchar or you want to have the text data type. Then you have medium text also. Medium text. Okay. It can store up to 16,77,215 characters. That is 64 MB of data it can hold. It can hold up to 64 MB of data. So that's where I'm trying to give you different data types. That is a medium text. Okay. And it could be null. And let's say house number. Then the data type could be integer. Then I have member ID, member underscore ID, and member ID int not null. You also have the small text also. Okay. You can go and read about the medium text and the small text we can give. Then we have zip code. Zip code is something we have varchar of, let's say 10, and I want it to be mandatory. So let us give it not null because we want to see that from where the user is coming. Primary key, let us make primary key as address underscore ID. Okay. Then we are applying the constraint. Let us give foreign key for any name. So let's say I want to give on the member zip, then you can make it as a foreign key. And then what is a foreign key? You have the zip code here, zip underscore code, and this table should refer from the references. We want to refer it from the city table as per the ERD diagram, and in city table we have this zip code. Okay. Important thing. See, going to one level advance, what I want is whenever I delete any zip code from the city, whenever I delete or update any zip code from the city, that table, so this table should restricted. We want to restrict, we want to perform the cascading operation to maintain the integrity between these two tables. To maintain the integrity between these two tables, we want to restrict the user. So I am telling that on delete keyword, on delete, restrict the user, on delete restrict, and also on update restrict the user, restrict. You cannot directly update and delete this. You cannot directly update and delete zip code because see, you can update and delete from city table. So you have to come to this table via city. You cannot directly perform update on this table for this column zip code. Okay, to maintain the integrity. Some of the advanced concept that I'm just trying to tell you that okay, it is on delete, on update. Okay. Then again I can create one more constraint. You can go back and do your homework and try to update this table and update the zip code. You will get an error because of this. This is a cascading operations. At least you should know. See, we are not here to have the DBMS class, but you should know these basic things that okay, these are the cascade operations that is being applied on this zip code because it has a referential key in the city table. Then I have member address, foreign key, and I can make a foreign key through the member ID. Okay, column is member ID, references, Which table? Member table. We already know now. We have member underscore ID, and I can again apply. Let's say I can again apply on delete. Now cascade. What do you mean by cascade? On update cascade. Okay. So what will happen? Let's say in member ID I have member 1, okay, and 2, okay, and when I'll go in the member address, member underscore address, member address also have the 1 and 2, okay, and it is address, let's say address is Pune, and let's say address is Indore, and this is the moment I will delete the member ID from member table, the moment I will delete the member ID from the member table, okay, let's say I deleted this, we delete this, okay, this will cascade it to this will also get deleted, okay, you need not to go and delete, it will cascade this information to another table and automatically it will get deleted, getting guys? Yes, no? Whereas in this case we are restricting user, that was you cannot delete, okay guys? Yes, no, again? Okay, see, there are two operations that I am trying to perform, okay. See, first one is that I am telling if the member ID is deleted, let's say if the member ID is, this member ID is deleted and we have this record, and then we need to explicitly go into this member address table, then we need to explicitly go in the member address table and delete this member ID 1, right? Otherwise it will be a aloof record, okay, there is no connection between these two, there won't be a integrity. See, again, let's say member ID 1 is not present here. Now let's say I want to understand the name of the member. Here we have the name also. Let's say it is Parmeet and 1 comma Trishan was there. So I want to go back from this member address and join this member table and understand the name of this person. But there is no record here. Okay, so that will lose the integrity of the tables, it is a garbage data for us. So instead of going and deleting it, what we did, we applied a constraint that moment the member ID is deleted, this member ID is deleted, okay, if 1 comma Trishan is deleted from the database, this all the records from this member address corresponding to 1 would be deleted. So this is what is on delete cascade, on update cascade. And this is what restrict is. We are restricting the user. We are not allowing to update and delete. Getting guys? So we want to cascade this information to other tables. To maintain the integrity. Okay. Now let us run this. First. What is the error? Failed to open the reference table member. Spelling is wrong somewhere. MEMBER. Okay. See, it created. Let us go and see the member address. Okay. Again, address ID is auto increment. Primary key, street is medium text, member ID and zip code. So guys, today we might be talking about the more basics, but we'll be continuing this case study. This is very good case study. It will clear your more concepts. Create, then we will be creating the table coupons. I want to create the coupons table, and here again I have the coupons ID. If you see the ERD diagram in place, we have the coupons ID, int not null, auto increment. I have created coupons ID, then description, then the data type is varchar of 20. Description could be more. Okay, let us create 250. Okay, and let's say now I want a default description to be there. Default. Let's say when a company is launching, so they have a default description. Let's say they are telling the default should be standard coupon. It is a standard coupon. The company is running one campaign and they always have their standard coupon. Okay, so let's say if user is not entering this, but they would have their description as the standard coupon always. Then I have amount, I have data type as decimal. Decimal is 5,2. Okay, so 2 is the decimal part and 5 is the integer part. Then it is similar to the float. Then I have expiry date. What is the expiry date? Expiry underscore date. Data type is date. Data type defining as date. Okay, then whether we also have redeemed. If you see, we also have redeemed, whether that coupon is redeemed or not. Okay, so it is true or false. So I have boolean. I have boolean data type. It is true or false. Okay, I can add bool or boolean, both will work. Bool or boolean, both will work. Okay, then I have member underscore id and I have int not null and member underscore id int not null. Okay, then I have primary key coupon id coupon underscore id coupons underscore id. This is my primary key and I'm again trying the constraint, that is a foreign key member coupons. Guys, can you please go on mute? We'll take the question. Please go on mute. Okay, constraint. I see some of you are not on mute. Can anyone make them? Let me go and mute them. Okay, all are on mute now. Okay, so we were talking about the constraint fk member coupons. I want to make a foreign key on this and making it a member id, and it is referencing references and member of those who are attending this session. It would be beneficial for them in the next session. Next session we will be continuing this case study only. Okay, so today we have already seen few of the things and again I want to apply here on delete cascade and on update cascade. The spelling is wrong, so that's why it didn't turn to blue. Here we have applied the cascade and that's it. Okay, so we have created this coupon table. Okay, we are seeing that there is an error. I think it is in the because of the name issue in the member ID. So see, now it is created. Okay, so we have created many tables till now. What we have learned the different data types. We have seen the boolean, medium text. We have seen the concept of auto increment. We have seen the cascading operations and the restrict operations while we create the tables. We have also seen how to manipulate the auto increment. Okay, then we would be creating the table social media. Let us create the table social media. It is also there where we would be saving the social media information for each member. So that's where we have member ID int not null. We have the Facebook URL, Instagram URL, Instagram underscore URL, and let's say URL is very big. Let us make it 300 and let us keep it by default as null, because it could be possible that few of the members do not have their Instagram or the Facebook account. So that's where we are not making it mandatory for the user to enter. And the primary key is member underscore ID. Okay, then we are applying again the constraint on the, let's say, foreign key member and the social. That is, we are making a foreign key to the member ID. Then we are references, then member table of member underscore ID. Okay, let us create this table. What is the error? Spelling error, member underscore ID. Again, member underscore ID, it is telling doesn't exist. MEMBER. Okay, so we have created. So great, pretty simple table we have created. Now the important thing is the payment methods. So what this payment method tell us that what are the possible ways, that we could store the payment method or the person is going to pay us. That is a payment method. So create table payment underscore method is the table name. Okay, create table method names. Then I have payment underscore method underscore id, and let's pair int not null, and let us make it auto increment here only. Okay, so IDs we are already making a, so let's say he is storing from PayPal email ID. It could be PayPal email ID. Okay, varchar of let's say 50 is the email ID that I want to give, and I want a verification for the PayPal account verification. So if you see this verification, whether verification is done or not done. Okay, true or false, verification is true or false. Okay, then I want the credit card number to be stored for that member, credit card number varchar, and let's say what is his number, and credit card number, and it could be blank also. Okay, so that's where we, if it is blank, then we will know that the credit card verification is done or not done. Okay, is it done or not done, true or false? If this credit card number is blank, then we cannot do the credit card verification. Again, we want to connect this table with the member ID, so that's where we are taking member ID and not null. We already know that, okay, primary key for this table would be payment method ID, payment method ID, and the foreign key we would be making as the member ID. Okay, foreign key member, let's say payment, we are making foreign key as member underscore ID, and it is references member of member ID. So we can apply on delete cascade. I want to cascade this information. On update, please cascade. Okay, the moment the member ID is deleted, I want to delete his payment methods also. I don't want to keep it. I will delete those payment methods. Okay, moment the member ID is deleted, I will, or updated, I will cascade all this information here. Getting, guys? Yes, no? Okay. Now I will show, since we are done with this, it would be very difficult if we go on creating these tables. The ERD diagram is very big. We'll create this. So see, let us go back up, and we have already seen the create, drop, select. Okay, and insert. We are left with update, delete, and alter. So we will see alter. We have already seen alter table in the auto increment. We will see more about the alter table. Okay, so let us create the host table. So who are the hosts on the platform, or automatically they are the guests, right? They are the guests. So let us create table hosts, create table who are the hosts. And here if you see, I'll make host underscore ID int not null, comma, and let us make again this auto increment. I don't want to always give this auto increment. Okay, then I have member underscore ID int not null, and okay, so I have the host and I have the member ID. That's it. Now you would see that I am not creating the primary key. Let us create the foreign key constraint, and let us create a foreign key fk underscore member underscore host, foreign key of member underscore ID, and references member of member underscore ID. Okay, now you would see that I am intentionally, I haven't, okay, is there any error? MEMBER, MEMBER, MEMBER. Incorrect table definition. There can only be one auto. Okay, though I'm making this auto increment, that's why it is error. That's why it is error. I have to make it as a primary key. So, but I was intentionally trying to not create a primary key, and I want to show you something else. Okay, let me show you that thing first. Let us remove this auto increment also. So see, a table is created. Now I forgot to add the primary key constraint. I forgot to add the primary key constraint. Okay, I want to make this primary key. Okay, so how to do that? How to do that? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll add the primary key to the above table. We'll do alter table host add constraint. Right now, if you don't believe me, so let us see the host, and see host ID is not a primary key. Okay, this is the schema of the table. I am now adding the primary key host underscore ID, okay, and that's it. Let us see what will happen. Add constraint primary key host ID. It ran successful. Let us do refresh. So see, it is created. Okay. Getting, guys? Yes, no. Okay. Now what I can do is let us add auto increment also to a column. Let us add auto increment to a column. Okay. So how would you do? Alter table, table names. That is host underscore ID. Host. Modify column. Host underscore ID. Int not null auto underscore increment. Let us see whether I could add it or not. See, I have altered that table. Let us do refresh. See, added the auto increment also. Okay. So now we have read about the alter table. Alter table, how to add the constraint, how to modify the column. Okay. If you want to add a column, there is an add keyword here. You can add a column, add a new column. Okay. We will see that also. So now we have seen about the host table, all about the host. Let us see about the accommodation table. Create table accommodation. Okay, don't worry, I'll update this script over the GitHub repository. Okay, and I will just write the comments also here so that it would be easier for those who were not able to join the session. Okay, then I have accommodation underscore ID int not null auto increment. Okay, the actual analysis would be started once we created all this ERD diagram, but you should know how to create the ERD diagram. Okay, that is also very much important. And for data analyst, it is very much important that he should have a 360-degree view of all the things. So see here I am doing giving one more thing as long text. Okay, the data type is long text data type. Okay, it will take 4 GB of the data. Okay, it can store among 4 GB of data. Okay, so you should know all these things, that okay, what we are trying to do and why we are taking this. Intentionally I am trying to take different data types so that you get to know about the different data types that are being present, so that when you appear for the interview, so there should be no surprises at that point in time. Number of guests possible, let us take it as a small int. Okay, a small int. Now what do we mean by small int in MySQL? So a small int, it is an integer that can be signed or unsigned. Okay, you can specify the width up to 5 digits. It can be signed or unsigned. Signed unsigned means I can take one minus one also, plus one also. Okay, signed unsigned, and I have one also. Okay, so this is signed. This above two one are signed integers. Last one is unsigned integers, and it can maximum width is 5. And I have price per, what is the price per night? Then that's where I have decimal, and I have 5,2, and then I have what is the availability, availability. What is the availability? Boolean. Okay, is it available or not? Then I have primary key accommodation underscore ID. So with the creation of each table, we are introducing one or the other thing as a new. So here we have discussed about the long text data type. We have discussed about the Boolean data types. Okay. Then constraint FK account host. I can make a foreign key. We already know that, okay, foreign key could be the host ID, which is coming from the host table. References RE and says host table, and from host table we have the host ID. Okay, I can create one more constraint. There is no member ID, so no need. Okay, so I can just apply the cascade on delete, cascade on update, cascade. If the host ID is deleted, then I don't need all this information. Okay, so we are now creating the bookings information. Guys, any questions still here? Any questions still here? Then you can please ask me. We would be having, I am seeing that, okay, this case study became very huge, so we would be segregating these sessions into 3 parts. I would be taking, for this whole month we would be discussing about only on the sequels. Today it is more about the creations and the insertions and learning the data types. Then we'll see in the next session how could we analyze, and I'll show you some insights about these data sets. So now we are creating the booking IDs. Booking ID and not null auto increment. Then I have start date, which is our date data type. Start date is of date data type. I have the end date is of date data type. I have the price total. What is the total price, which is of a decimal. Let's take 6,2. Okay, let's take 6,2. I have accommodation underscore ID and not null. Okay, what is my accommodation ID and what is my member ID, because I would be joining it. I would be joining, these are my foreign keys for this table. Okay, so I would having the 2 constraint on this table. One is FK accommodation underscore ID foreign key, and what is my foreign key? That is accommodation ID, accommodation underscore ID, and it is referencing the accommodation table. And from accommodation table I have accommodation underscore ID. Okay, did we create this table? Let us create this. Okay, so see, the moment I created this table, the moment I created this above table, you would see create table accommodation. It is running, though it is created, but it has one warning that integer display width is deprecated. Integer display width is deprecated. Okay, so it is giving me some warning that we can correct that. Okay, it has not given any error. It has not given any error while creation. Okay, but it has given an error on this small int. It has given an error on this small int. So what you can do, instead of a small int, this is deprecated. What you can do is you can write int 4 or int 2. Okay, N2 is also okay. N2 would also work. Okay. If row is having total price 12,000, then what will, if row is having total price 12,000, what will it show? It will show 12,000 only, Abhishek. It will show it will show 12,000.00. It will show 12,000.00. It will show 12,000.00. We give 6,2. Let us try this also. Okay, give me a second. Let us not create any constraint here as of now. That's it. Okay. What is the error here? Let me create a primary key. This table is created. Let us insert the record into bookings. Let us insert the records into bookings. Okay, and let us have the start underscore date and underscore date, price underscore total, accommodation underscore ID, and member underscore accommodation ID and member ID. Underscore ID comma member underscore ID. Okay, let us have the values. Then the values is start date is, let's say, 2020-01-01, and date is 2020-01-02. Okay, price total is 12,000. Accommodation ID is 1, order ID is 1. Okay, it is 6,2. Okay, so 6,2 is, it will take only 4 digit, 3 4. It won't take. Okay, it is, let us give 8,2. 8,2. Okay, so total integers is 8, out of which 2 are the decimals. I got it now what you are trying to say. Now let me just create it again. Let us drop the table. Drop table bookings. I have dropped it, and here we have just entered it. Okay, so that's where guys, this 8,2 or 6,2, whatever we write. So let's say 8. So total integers are 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Out of this, 2 are the decimals. So it will take like this. So that's where now it can accommodate 12,000. Earlier it was not able to accommodate. Why booking ID is not entered in values? Because we have auto increment. Jatin, we have auto increment. It has automatically taken as 1. Select star from bookings. Okay, let us delete this table. Delete from bookings. Set SQL save underscore updates equals to 0, because right now we are not entering any records. It's just for a demo purpose. I have shown you. We don't want to spoil this whole case study. Okay, so we have created the bookings. We are good with the bookings. Now we need an invoice table also. If you see, there is an invoice table in the ERD diagram. Create table invoice. If you see, there is an invoice table. Create table invoice, and now here we have the invoice underscore ID int not null auto increment. Okay, we have booking underscore ID int not null. Then I have coupons ID, coupons underscore ID, and that's where I have int coupons ID is int. What is the payable amount? What is the payable amount that we are taking? And it could be a decimal. Let us make it is 8,2. Let us increase the size. Let us make the payment date. What is the date of the payment? We have the invoice underscore paid, invoice paid, yes or no, did he paid that amount or not? Okay, let us make a primary key as invoice underscore id. Okay, constraint, then I'll make a constraint on this foreign key underscore invoice underscore booking, making a foreign key as booking id, booking underscore id on references, and that is bookings bookings of booking id. Okay, on update, I want to restrict this invoice id, and on delete restrict. Okay, not comma will not come. Then let me copy this. There is one more constraint that I want to apply, that is on the coupons, invoice coupons coupons, and I have the coupon id, then I have the from which table it is coming, coupons coupons, and that's where I again have the coupon id, COU id, on update restrict, on delete let us restrict. That's it. And what is the error? Is it comma? Yes. Coupon underscore id doesn't exist in the table. It is coupons underscore id. Underscore id. Coupons underscore id. Okay, so we have created that table also. What else is remaining? Payment host table. Create table payment underscore host. So guys, today's session I think that we would only be creating the schema, and in next session we would be trying to analyze, and I'll show you the few functions. Okay, and after that when we'll move to advanced, I will cover the window functions, ranking, stored procedures, how to create the stored procedures and all those things. But let us build this schema. Okay, though you might be thinking, okay, it is a huge, but when we will analyze this, you will enjoy the session more. Then you will enjoy the session more. But see, these all concepts are also very important. Now, if anyone would ask you that, can you create a table for me? So then you know now how to create the tables. Okay, you can create any schema also, right? You can now create any schema also. Okay, so you would not face any difficulties now in creating the schema. You understand the concept of enum, you understand the concept of the auto increments and many things, right? Now, okay, it is not payment host, it is payments to host, I guess. Let me check the ERD diagram. Yes, it is payments to host. So I have the payable amount to host, decimal. Let us make it 8,2. Okay, and let's say for example I have not created this. Let us not create this. We forgot to create this column. Okay, and I am creating a primary key, and in this you would see that I am creating a composite key. If you see the ERD diagram, use the composite key, primary key. I am making invoice id, host id. Okay, I am applying the constraint. Payments underscore invoice underscore host, and let us apply the foreign key on host id, references host, from host, the column name is host id, references the host table. Okay, payments invoice, let us do host id. It's not payments invoice, it is host underscore id. It is a foreign key that I want to make host ID payments, and let us apply the on delete cascade on update cascade. Okay. Let's Control C, Control V, and that's where payments invoice host, making the foreign key to the invoice ID, and invoice ID is coming from the invoice table. It is coming from the invoice table, and I'm making from invoice table what is the column name, invoice ID, and let us restrict it. I don't want to cascade. Let us restrict it, and here spelling is wrong. On update, let us restrict it again. So guys, in this ERD diagram, when you will see it, okay, you will come to know that, okay, we have intentionally not added one column. We forgot to add that column. We forgot to add that column. Okay. Now we have created this table. Now let us add the missing column to the table. How to do that? You should know these things also. Let me show you the schema. Payments to host. Payments to host. We have only the primary keys. So again, if you want to add that, yes, alter table, pay, payable amount to host. I forgot this. Alter table name. Sorry, my bad. Payments to host. Alter table. The table name. Add column. The column name and decimal data type 8,2. Okay, let us see. Payments to host doesn't exist. Spelling is wrong. Yes, payments to host spelling was wrong. Let us run. So see, this statement ran successfully. Let us do refresh. See, it is added. So this is how you can add the table. So see, when we are creating the table, we have covered all the DDL statements. All the DDL statements are covered till now. We have seen many data types also. So now we should create another table, cancellation table. There could be a cancellation also. So since guys, this is a live case study, so that's why it will be very big. I already told you that I would be taking the live case study. I don't want to take anything dummy. Though we are creating on the tables in this session only, but in next session we will I'll insert the record and we'll start with the analysis. Okay. Invoice underscore ID. I will push this notebook with the insert statement. You can also go and analyze the things. In next session, we will purely do analysis. I will not be showing any insert statement. Okay, because I have shown the insert statements to you. Let us do refund could also be 8,2. Okay, then I can make a primary key, which is a composite key. Then booking underscore ID comma invoice underscore ID. Okay, and constraint, we have also seen the cascading operations. That is something advanced. Cancellation underscore invoice, cancellations underscore invoice, and we'll make a foreign key to the invoice ID, which is references invoice table, and the column is again invoice underscore ID. No spelling mistake, right? Okay. Then again, let us apply the constraint on delete restrict on update restrict. I don't want to delete and update this. This is my constraint. Let me copy this. We'll apply one more constraint. That is a cancellations underscore bookings. Okay, name I have given as bookings. Foreign key is booking ID. Okay, it is referencing from the bookings table. It is referencing from the bookings table, and the column name is booking underscore ID. And let us apply the same constraint, close this table. Okay, what is the error? Comma will not come here. So we have created this table. Okay, now what table is left now? So I see that, okay, accommodation address is also left. So let us create the table accommodation underscore address. Okay, now in this we have accommodation address ID. What is accommodation table? It is similar to the member address table. Okay, it is similar to the member address table. And not null auto increment. Then I have street, we can take it as medium text data type. Then I have house number integer. Then I have accommodation underscore ID int not null. Then I have zip code int not null. Then I have to make this as a primary key. I have to make the account address ID as the primary key. address underscore ID. Okay, let me open the ERD diagram. Have I taken all the things? I have taken the street, house number, accommodation ID, zip code. Okay, we are good. Then let us apply the constraint on this. Foreign key constraint account zip code is varchar data type. You thank you. Varchar. Okay, 20. Ideally it should be not more than 10. Let us take n. Underscore zip address underscore zip foreign key, because zip code is always a varchar. Zip underscore code references the table city. We have city table, in that we have the zip code. We are referencing that table, and I want to apply on delete restrict. On restrict spelling is wrong. On delete restrict, on update restrict. So delete and update will go hand in hand. Okay, you are seeing that we are trying to apply various constraints and we are always applying on update and delete. So delete and update will go hand in hand. Control C, Control V. Let us apply one more constraint. One was on the zip code, one was on the address, and that is the accommodation ID underscore ID. I want to apply on that. Accommodation ID is coming from the above table what we created, accommodation, and there also we have the accommodation underscore ID. Okay, so this table we have quickly created. We didn't took much time on this. Very good. What else is remaining, guys? Have we covered all the things? Okay, there is a picture table also. Create so many tables. Create table pictures, which will have the pictures of the room or the accommodation. Okay, picture underscore ID. We have int not null. So you are seeing, guys, right? You are seeing that how big is the ERD diagram when we go to actual work, when you get the actual project. So that's where you would see that the things are not so easy to manage. We have many things in place. Right? File name, let us do medium text. We have many things in place, and that's where you have to be very cautious what you are trying to do, and you should know in and out of the everything. That's where the planning is very important. Planning plays a major role. So all the planning aspects are already covered in the ERD diagram. Okay, and this is the implementation phase where we would create the outline. We would be creating the outline. Okay, ID constraint. I am applying this constraint. ACC. Let us make a foreign key and I want to accommodation for each accommodation. What are the pictures for those accommodation? What are the picture for those accommodation? So that's where we have the accommodation table and getting the accommodation underscore ID. Okay. On delete cascade, on update cascade. That's it. Spellings are correct. We have created, what is the error? Accommodation spelling is wrong. Accommodation. Okay. So we created this create table equipment features. So what this equipment features will do? What are the equipment features or what are the facilities available in that room? Equipment features. Okay. And I could have the accommodation underscore ID and not null, and that's what is the type of the home underscore type. We can give the enum. Let us give the enum, whether it is a house, whether it is an apartment, whether it is a mobile home. Okay, whether mobile home or vacation home. What is mobile home? Okay, let's say it is a van where the home is being built, whether it is a houseboat. Okay, so we have given randomly, I have given some of the things, home types. What is the type of home? What is the room underscore type? Again, we can give the enum and we have the whole accommodation, everything given, where the everything is given, or you are owning that room, own room, then or it is a shared room. 3 types. Okay, then we could have whether that accommodation has TV or not. Boolean, has TV, yes or no. Okay, yes or no. Then let's say it has kitchen or not. Boolean, yes or no. Then it has the heating equipments or not. Boolean, yes or no. Whether it has the air conditioner or not. Let us give air conditioner. Boolean, yes or no. And how many total bedrooms are there? Bedrooms, integer. How many total bedrooms are there? Whether it has internet or not. Let us write the internet also. Has internet. Boolean, it has internet or not. Okay, then what else is remaining? Then it has total bathrooms also. Total bathrooms, integer. Then we have the primary key and I can give the accommodation underscore ID, and we can give the constraint on the foreign key fk underscore acc underscore equipment spelling is wrong, equipment. Then we have foreign key, and foreign key is the accommodation underscore ID, because we are linking all the details for the accommodation, that what are the things present in that house. And from accommodation we have to refer the accommodation ID column. That's where we refer accommodation ID on delete cascade, on update cascade. Okay, so I think we are done with this table. Very quickly, equipment features and ratings also someone was telling. Let us create the rating table. Create table ratings. Create table ratings. Okay, then I have the rating underscore ID and not null. Then that is auto increment, auto underscore increment. Okay. Then we have again ratings. What are the ratings that a user can give, right? He can give either he can give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and it could be not null. And what are the comments that he could give? Comments. Well, okay, let's give 300. He could leave it blank also in his ratings. He don't want to write any comment for that. And rating underscore given by member ID, which member ID has given that rating. Member underscore ID, which member ID has given that rating. Int not null, and for which accommodation he has given the rating for accommodation underscore ID, for which accommodation he has given the rating. So basic, very simple things. Primary key, we have rating underscore ID, comma, we have, okay, what is the error here? Okay. Primary key, rating underscore ID. Then I have the constraint fk underscore rating underscore members, and foreign key, and I can make a foreign key as rating given by members ID. Let me copy this, rating given by members ID, referencing members table. Okay, referencing the member table, and inside that we have the member underscore ID. Right, the column name intentionally I have given different. I have not given member ID because you should know that column names can also be different, and we can again add up connection between those two columns. Okay, on update cascade. So that's why I'm taking a different scenarios, intentionally giving the different column names. I could have directly given the members ID also. Okay, what is the error here? Fk underscore rating underscore members. Okay, I have given that. Let us give this accommodation rating ACC, accommodation ID, ratings for accommodation ID. I want to join it with the accommodation table, and the which column? Accommodation constraint spelling. Thank you. Okay, so we have created this table also very quickly without wasting much time. On delete cascade, on update cascade. What is the error? Foreign key missing accommodation ID spelling was wrong. We have corrected it. So I think we have created all the tables. Anything, only the instructor table is also remaining. Create the instructor table quickly. Instructor. So what is this instructor table? It 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 stores the details about the instructors who offers the experiences and the activities on the platform. Okay, how was his experience and all those things. Okay, instructor, create table, instructor spelling is right. Okay, then I have instructor underscore ID. I have int not null. Again, let us give auto increment. Then I will give first name, who was the instructor. I can give tiny text. Let me give one more data type, tiny text. Okay, very small. What do we mean by tiny text in MySQL? Do you know? Anyone knows tiny text? What is the length? It can handle 64 MB of the data. Okay, it can handle 64 MB or 255 bytes of the data. Last name, tiny text. Then again not null. I want it to be given by the user and he should not leave it blank. Then what is his email ID? Varchar 50 not null. Okay, and primary key is instructor ID, instructor underscore ID. I want to apply a unique constraint on the email ID, telling that okay, all the emails should be unique. No instructor should have the we can give it unique. Okay, if you want. So this is how you give the unique if you want to apply a unique constraint. Okay, but I'm intentionally not applying because see, there could be one instructor who want to give the reviews or instructions or his experience on the different accommodation. So every time if I make a unique email ID, he has to create his new email ID. So that's where I don't want to give this here. Instead, what you could have done is when you created a member, members are always unique, right? Here, are we storing their email IDs? No, we could have created a unique for those. Okay, see login info. Here, what I could have done is let us add one more constraint that is a unique and make it email here. It will work properly. Okay, so we can add this also. So now I have created the instructor and the last table is experiences. What are the user experiences? Okay, experiences and activity. Create table. This is the last table. Experiences. Experiences. We have the activity underscore ID, activity ID, and auto increment. And sorry, I want to make it not null also. And not null because it is a primary key. And then I have the title. Let us give the text. Let us give the description. It could be long text. If you don't want to give the varchar, you can do different data types. Availability. What is the avail? AVAIL. Availability. Okay, availability boolean. It is boolean. Then I have the group size. What is the group size that the people have visited? Okay, what is the size? And then the instructor underscore ID, I have that int not null. Then I have zip code varchar of, we have taken 10 earlier. Let us keep not null. Let us give the primary key to the activity underscore ID. Let us make a constraints on the, let us make a constraint on the zip code f key foreign key experiences table, and that is a zip code. I want to make a foreign key on zip underscore code, which is referencing the table, references the table city. In city I have the zip code, and I want to apply the restrict operation because earlier also we applied the restrict operation on delete restrict, on update restrict. Okay, spelling is wrong here, restrict. Okay, then again we will copy this constraint. This is the last constraint, and I want to apply this on the instructor because what is the experience of the instructor, that's where we are capturing this information. Okay, and I have the instructor ID for that, instructor underscore ID references. It is coming from the instructor table, and here I have instructor underscore ID. Okay, let us close this on delete, and that is cascade. Let us do a cascade. If the instructor ID is deleted, let us delete him from this also. Okay. So this is what activity ID doesn't exist in the table. Activity ID ACTIVITY, spelling is wrong. Okay, fail to open the reference table instructor. So again instructor spelling is wrong here. Here also instructor spelling is wrong. Let's correct that. But instructor ID doesn't exist. Well, let us go up and try to see the instructor tables. Instructor ID is there. Oh, we have created a wrong spelling here. Wrong spelling. Instructor ID spelling was wrong. So let me drop the table. Drop table instructor. Okay, I need to again set SQL save underscore updates equals to 0. Then dropping this table, drop instructor. I have dropped the instructor table. Let us create it again. Create table instructor. Instructor ID doesn't exist. Why it is not allowing me to create? I want to go and check whether the instructor table is deleted or not. Instructor table is deleted. Key column instructor ID doesn't. What you are telling, Pravesh? Rating table is remaining. This okay. This all we have covered. Group size spelling, set one spelling, primary key. Oh yes, thank you. Okay, it got created. Let us go to experience table. In experience, it is telling that instructor ID. Let us see the spelling, instructor ID. So we have created. So guys, now we are done with our ERD diagram. We are done with everything. Okay, we are completed with our ERD diagram. Next step is manipulation. Next step is manipulation. Just we want to insert. So if you go back and see what all things we have learned right now. If I recap just, so see, though we have created so many tables, but see what all things we have learned. We have learned how to drop the database if exists command. Okay, it will drop only if it is existing. Otherwise, it will not do anything. It will return the error. Okay. Then second thing is we have created the schema. We have used that. We have created this table. In this table, you can see that we have applied a check constant on the birthdays. We have understood the concept of auto increment. What do we mean by auto increment? Right? Then I inserted a record and tried to show you that okay, how we are not giving, why we are not giving the member ID here, and that's where we can see when I select star from this. If I insert this, you can let us insert this quickly. So you would see here, see, I have not given any of the member ID, but it has given an auto increment. It is taking auto increment. Then we have seen that delete how to delete this table, how to clear the rows. Okay, see, this is where we understood the delete command. Okay, then we also learned about the auto increment set, how I need to set the auto increment. We can set it with any number. We can set it with any number. Here we learned about how to insert the multiple values. Here we learned about how to insert the multiple values. Then we learned about other data types. Here we learned about how to apply the referential constraint. Then this is a unique constraint that we could apply. Let's say if I drop the table, drop table login info, login underscore info, and let me show you the schema of the login info first. Let us see the schema. So see login info, you are seeing the member ID is the primary key, email ID and password. Let us drop it. So see the table is being dropped, and now let us again create it with the unique constraint. So the see it is being created. Let us do a refresh and let us again go to login info. See email ID is being highlighted. It is bold because we have applied a unique constraint on this email. Now we are making this sure that okay, for each member ID only there is one email ID. Okay, there is no duplicacy of the email ID. Then we learned about the uh, here again it is a basic table. We learned about the enum keyword. How can we restrict the users that he could enter only those values? So that's where enum keyword we learned about. Then we saw what is medium text. Okay, it is all on the basis of the size. What is the size that we want to get? You can go to Google and learn about it more. And Google is your friend. So that's where you can just go and read about the medium text, small text, long text. Long text, it is all about the size or the memory that it is holding. Then we saw here a very important thing that it is a on cascade. It is a cascading operations. We want to restrict the user to perform the delete and update on the zip code. And also we want to restrict the user that okay, if he is deleting the member ID from the members table, then his member address should also be deleted. Okay, these are the cascading operations that we can perform. Then we saw the date data type, how to define the date data type. Then one thing was Boolean. It could be take only two values, true and false. Let's say if I want to see a default about the description. So let us enter one value. Let us insert into coupons. Okay, and let us see this value. Uh, is the default being taken or not? So let us do insert into values. Sorry, insert into coupons. And here I don't want, I will start with amount. Let us do the expiry underscore date. Let us do redeemed, R-E-D-E-E, redeemed, comma, and member underscore ID. Values. Okay. Amount is, let's say I give 12,000 and expiry date spelling is wrong. Let us do the, what is the expiry date of this coupon? 2020-01-01. Okay. Whether it is redeemed or not. Okay. False. Comma. And member ID is, let's say 1. Let's see, are we able to enter or not? Out of range for amount. Okay, it is 5,2, my bad. Let us give 100 rupees. Okay. Cannot add or update a child. Okay, so right now I have this constraint applied here. So first I need to enter insert into member table. Then only I could update this. So let me insert into member. Let us go up and copy that insert statement. Okay, so that there is a consistency. So that's how you saw here that okay, we are getting an error, you cannot enter the dummy records. So this is entered. Okay, let us see, select the statement, select the star from member. I have 104. So see, you are seeing that it is automatically incrementing, though we have cleared the table. So that's where you need to again go and set those. So you have member ID as 104. Let us insert member ID as 104 and let us try to see. So see, now we have inserted into coupons. Okay. If I go and check, let us go and check, select star from coupons. See, I have not given any description here. It has taken default description. I have not given any coupon ID. Okay, getting guys? So this is how we learned about that, how to set a default description. If user is not entering, then always there will be a default description. That was a keyword. Then we have learned about the composite key, how to apply the composite key. So there were few of the scenarios where we saw that okay, there were two primary keys that we were defining at that point in time, and then we saw about the decimal data type. We also saw about the alter commands. We have seen that okay, if I want to add the constraint, you can add the alter table name, then constraint, what is the constraint that you want to give. Not understand default keywords. Okay, so default keywords is basically, let me go up. See here, default is standard coupon, right? If you see here, I am inserting into coupons. If you see here, I am inserting into the coupons, right? Here I have not given any this description. See, the description is not there while inserting. Okay, instead of taking it null, it is taken a standard coupon. Okay, it has taken the description as default, that is a standard coupon. I can override this. Let us override this. I can do a override also. So let us write again description, comma, and let me give one more description here. Okay, let's say standard coupon, or let's say it is a bonus. The coupon name is bonus and 100 rupees. And let's say its expiry date is 1st Feb. Let us enter. Okay, so it got entered. So see, bonus. Got it? And for the same member, now it has 2 coupons. Then we learned about the alter commands, how to alter the table, alter table, table name. If you want to add a column, you can add the columns. Then we saw alter table. Let's say if you want to add the constraints, so you can add the constraint also. You can modify the column or data type. So with modify column, you can add add the uh, add this auto increment. You can modify the data types of this column. Okay. So guys, I guess this is it all about today's session. We have created this. I will push this notebook and push the insert statement so that now you can go and visualize. In next session, what we will learn again. It would be a basic. We would be seeing the statements. I would be demonstrating you the DML statements. There would be definitely some of the new things, right? Like in today's session, you saw a few of the new things, right? On delete restrict, on update restricts. So we have seen the new keywords. We have seen how to restrict the users, how to maintain the integrity amongst the tables. So since you are becoming a data analyst, you should understand the database also, so that you can talk to a database guy that, hey boss, I also understand this things. So that's where you both can connect to each other in very appropriate manner and make some of the project as a success. Okay, so that's why I have taken this live case study, and that's where we have created so many tables. Okay, it's not only one table. See, so many tables. Now I will also copy all those insert statement and push this notebook over the GitHub repository. If you don't know the location, it's given over the WhatsApp group. Okay, so you can follow that GitHub repository under the live sessions. I will place this SQL script. I have already pasted the ERD diagram. So I think guys, I hope you enjoyed today's session, and do let me know any questions. If you have any questions, do let me know. Yes, I will definitely post the recording for this session. That's where I was just saying that whether this call is recorded or not. Okay. The references is also somehow connecting. Yes. So basically references is nothing but it's a how we need to build a connection. How we need to build a connection. Okay. Let me first stop the recording, guys. Hold on. I'm just saying, then we can take a open questions. Hold on. Let me stop. Let me cut the call and again call. Thank you.